Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm having a fantastic day. I am Diamond. I'm sitting in my living room right now because, like I told y'all a couple of days ago or last video, I'm working from home. I hope you are practicing social distancing or some form of that you're able to do, because I know some people don't have the luxury of working from home or walking 6 feet away from other people. Uh, so either way, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy regardless, blah, all that stuff, all that thing's good. All right, my hair's not doing what I want it to do. Oof, natural hair problems. Am I right or am I right, y'all? All right, I have something very interesting for y'all. So on Facebook a couple of days ago, I was just derping around as I do. I saw an advertisement that said psychic artist. Intriguing. First of all, I love people that claim to be psychics. I love to hear what they say. I don't necessarily believe it as a sense that I'm going to take your word and be like, okay, I know this is true. I really just like to see what they read from me and anything. Especially people that don't actually get anything from me, as far as like they don't read my cards or whatever like that. So I take it with a grain of salt. I also have a weakness for artists. I love people who draw. I love people who create art, and I have a semi narcissistic tendency of having people draw me. I love it when people draw me. I don't know. It's a thing. Like any style, draw me. Like it's just, yeah, it does it for me. So this man on Etsy was claiming to be a psychic artist. Apparently, he has been used in California with celebrities, with royalty, all that stuff, giving me the whole shebang bang, and saying that within 12 hours, he can draw me a picture of who my soulmate is. And I'm like, bang, great, you know, I'm 25, I'm single, I don't have any mates of any kind. Well, I mean, I could, but they keep wanting to come to my house. We're doing social distancing, nobody cares, like, nobody's, whatever, that's a whole different topic for a different day. But I was intrigued, so get on the Etsy. I'm like, all right, sir, I would like to be a patron of yours. So for a little over $30, I gave him my name and I gave him my birthday. And according to his site, within 12 hours, he would have an answer for me. However, there was a disclaimer immediately after I paid that said, due to the high volumes of, you know, people wanting to know this, it may be 24 hours. I'm like, okay, I'll give you that because, you know, I assume you're the only one doing this. I'll give you that. He got back to me literally 3 minutes before the 24-hour mark the following day. And he sent me a picture and description. So I'm going to show y'all who this man is. So this is the guy that is supposedly my soulmate. So I have no idea who this man is. I don't know. He doesn't look familiar. The only person I can think that this man looks like is a young Joseph Finney's. Am I pronouncing that wrong? Finnis? Yeah. He's the only one I can think of. And I'm like, that's the only person I can see. Or he's a dude from a British boy band, because that's all I'm seeing. I don't recognize him. Which part of me is happy about, because I'm like, okay, cool. So that means that there's time. But then the part of me is like, damn it, I wish there was like someone where I could be like, oh my God, this totally looks like you. It's a great conversation starter. I'm not trying to rope anyone into being my soulmate, because that's a lot of responsibility, I'm telling you. But this is the person. And, you know, granted, it's a fantastic picture. It's great art. I couldn't do anything like this, but I have no idea who this man is. So he sent me a description of when I'm supposed to meet this man. And, oh, disclosure, I wasn't supposed to tell y'all this. Pretty much at the end of his description of my soulmate, you know, this information you receive is confidential. You should not release it to any other soul because the consequences could lead to an energy blockage of your aura. And while I was a little like, oh my God, my aura, I feel like if this person is my soulmate in the, guess the classical meaning, then he'll find his way to me and I'll find my way to him, regardless of who I tell. So I'm telling y'all. All right, so this is what, you know, he wrote about my soulmate. The cards are showing me that your soulmate is serious and quiet, interested in security and peaceful living, extremely thorough, responsible, and dependable, well-developed powers of concentration. Usually, he's interested in supporting and promoting traditions and establishments, which I am not for. All right, just to tell y'all that. He is well-organized and hardworking. He can usually accomplish any task once he has set his mind to it. So that first part, the description, a person popped up in my head immediately. And I'm not going to tell you who popped up, but someone popped up in my head. But he don't look like that, so it doesn't matter. I'm pointing the wrong way. I'm probably going to put it over here. He don't look like that. Right now, your vibration levels aren't aligned and calibrated towards each other, and it could take up to 4 to 7 months before something will happen between you two. Okay? Please be aware that opening the cards for your drawing is the equivalent of turning the face of the universe to your soul. And then, as I said, this is confidential. I shouldn't have told you all that. So, yes, I told you that. I think it's interesting, and I think it's a nice drawing, and I'm going to keep it, and I'm probably going to forget it exists, and then if this is true, and my soul calibration has not been, uncalibrated, if I see him, I'll be like, oh, you're Joseph Phoenix. I didn't know that you were my soulmate. But, yeah, I think it's just interesting. I love art, and I love mysticism. I love stuff like that, so immediately seeing that on Facebook, I was like, I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to do it right now. And I want to know. But part of me also, not necessarily to test him, because that opens up a can of worms that I really don't want to deal with. But like reaching out and having something else done under like a different name just to see, is it going to be a different picture, or is it going to see through my facade? But I think if I have to give him the same information, Diamond, and then this is my birthday, then it would be the same. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, that was it. Super quick stuff. Most of my videos are going to be super quick considering I am sitting at home all day in the same room. But I want to show y'all that because I was super hyped about it. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I'll have a new video for you probably at the end of today because I'm posting this literally today, the 19th. I have too many screens up. In a couple of minutes. Because I have nothing going on right now. My job, I essentially talk to people and make sure everyone's set up. But due to the current climate of the world, a lot of people aren't really necessarily trying to engage with me as far as trying to acquire toilet paper, shelter, and going back home. So I have not necessarily a ton of free time, but I have enough time to make videos and to keep y'all entertained. Yeah. Also, shameless plug, if you are interested in podcasts, if you need something to listen to so you can cringe and hear me talk about things that you wouldn't talk to your mother about, my podcast is something you should listen to. Matt has been my constant co-host since, he moved in, and he is hilarious, and he's got a lot of stories to tell that probably should not be told. But link in the description below if you want to listen to the podcast. It's only $2 a month to get access to that, and it's worth it. I mean, we won't even see that $2 come out. Trust me, you won't. Anyway, bye!